Hello and welcome. For those of you who are brand new to my channel, my name is Michael. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. You may notice I'm in a different location than usual, and there may be some sounds or technical difficulties that I don't usually have in my videos. So my apologies. I hope that's not too distracting for you. I'm in a very beautiful sunroom, and I'm very appreciative to be here. So I hope you kind of soak in that energy in your reading as well. I actually have all of your cards already pulled and on the table here. Really quick, I just want to let you know all of my links are in the description box down below. If you're looking for a personal reading or Reiki session, I also have all of my other social media accounts where you can follow me. I kind of emphasize that because there have been a lot of scam accounts that have been coming through lately. Interestingly, as I just started speaking, the door here just opened by itself. So maybe there's a door that is opening for you this month, which feels very, very powerful to me. There's actually no one else here, so that's really kind of spooky. Anyways, I really wanted to get this video out, actually. I didn't want to wait until February because we are starting off the month with a new moon in Aquarius. This is actually really significant for you in specific because it is very, very close. It's actually conjunct Saturn in Aquarius as well. And so there's a lot of this energy that's really renewing you because Saturn is your ruling planet. It very much affects everything in your life. So if you want kind of a quick astrological breakdown of what a month is going to be like, take a look at Saturn and what different aspects are going to be happening to Saturn, if Saturn's going direct or if it's retrograde. There's a lot of focus on your goals, I think, with this Seven of coins, Seven of Pentacles here. And this really does make me think of, where have I been putting my energy? What have I been focusing on? What is worth my time and energy? And I think it's really important to focus on setting intentions for yourself at the beginning of this month, around this new moon on the 1st. Which also just so happens to be Chinese Lunar New Year. With the new moon in Aquarius conjunct Saturn, there really is this discipline and hard work. And I think that's going to be necessary for you to manifest. And Saturn is always a weird energy to manifest with because we still have to put in the work. We have to put in the energy, right? Where Saturn actually helps us, however, is that it makes sure that the success we do achieve or whatever it is that we do attain is lasting. So we get the tests along that journey in the process of attaining it or becoming it. This is a really good time to focus on financial goals or attaining resources that you want or need. And really this whole season and year by extent is about this because Aquarius energy is what rules over this part of your life. Money, values, resources, possessions. And Saturn is going to be in Aquarius this entire year, but it's getting this turbocharge, so to speak, with this new moon. And of course we have Mercury going direct in your sign as well on the 4th. After it went retrograde in Aquarius, it went all the way back into your sign, and now it's moving forward again. And as I was connecting to your energy, I kept getting this image of like a sphere of energy. It felt like between two hands, but it was like things coming together, molding something, shaping something. Maybe this is part of how you manifest or some sort of energy work that you do. And that feels very specific to some of you. It also made me think of like hands working together, coming together, which actually makes sense with this Aquarian energy as well because it's very interconnected. I also pulled the well for you. I think of the well, in this case, almost like a wishing well. The coins you have tossed, the energy you draw from. And even with the well, I think of, I'm trying to remember this myth. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but this is the way the story is coming to me, so this is what I feel like is supposed to come through for your reading. If I'm not mistaken, Odin lost his eyes in the well, or gave his eyes to a well, in order to see things clairvoyantly, to gain second sight. There is an offering, an exchange. There is something you have been working towards or working for. And I actually feel like things are starting to pay off, or you're starting to see signs of things moving forward. You've worked very hard for something, or you've been putting a lot of energy into something, even if other people don't see it. And while I do think that it's important with this energy that you are physically working towards something, there may also be an energetic component to this as well. I did get that for some of you, for sure, with that kind of energy ball or that energy sphere, something coalescing, something building. And you have the Knight of Pentacles in the center of your reading here. This could be you working with another earth sign, so another Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo especially. However, I really see this as you working very hard on something. You really having this kind of laser focus or dedication. Even if it's just a little bit of energy every day, even if it's just like writing a sentence of that book each day, or going on a exercise bike for 10 minutes, whatever it is, however you can get your foot in the door energetically into what it is that you're trying to achieve or do this month is really, really going to pay off. So just have a daily practice, something that is easy for you to commit to. It doesn't have to be big, but I think it's important that you are putting energy and action behind your goals each and every day, even if it feels small, even if it feels insignificant. You do also have Mars and Venus very close together in your sign. They will actually be forming a tight conjunction, or the closest conjunction on the full moon on the 16th. So the 16th is this really creative and artistic time for you. It's very passionate, it's very exciting. There could actually be this kind of allure that you have this month as well. You might be oozing with sex appeal, or just have this magnetism that really draws people towards you. Something very beautiful. And I want to say alluring specifically with the Queen of Cups here. And I even think of how Mars and Venus are going to be sextiling Neptune in Pisces, really making this energy very dreamy again. I feel like there's just something about you that's very charming to people. Very enchanting, actually. And maybe that's some of the ritual work or intention or spell work that you should be doing on yourself right now. Making yourself magnetic to the things that you want to attract or the people you want to attract. I feel like emotionally too, this is kind of showing up more as a challenge. My apologies. Interesting timing. You're feeling very depleted. You're feeling very drained, some of you, because you've been putting in this energy, you've been putting in this work. It's important that you fill up your own cup with this Queen of Cups. Or maybe have someone who can also give you nurture or support you. But I really do feel like this is about you filling up your own cup. I feel like you're also quite intuitive this month as well. And especially as we get into Pisces season, this is your third house, the house of your mind. And all this year, Neptune is going to remain in Pisces. It's going to be transiting through Pisces very slowly. And we also have Jupiter there as well. And so there really is this psychic or spiritual connection, this creativity that you're tapping into, maybe this new creative idea. It could be for business. It could be for something more practical. But I feel like there's this creativity, there's this guidance in your mind right now. So trust in your intuition. And with this full moon in Leo, there could potentially be a windfall for some of you. There might be things that have been hidden that are becoming revealed, because Leo represents your 8th house. The house of what is hidden, or the things that we don't talk about, is kind of the way I refer to it. Because it rules over sexuality, it rules over investments, joint finances, things that we keep secret between us and maybe one other person. What we keep close, or what others hold dear and we know about. Other people's resources, other people's secrets. And with the Queen of Cups, you feel very in tune this month. And I do feel like some of you are doing energy work or spell work or visualizing to manifest, because I saw that sphere at the beginning. And maybe some of you are even working with other people in this as well, like doing some sort of group intention setting or spell work or ritual or visualization. That feels important, actually. And you have the Fool in the future here, diving into something, taking a leap of faith. A new beginning, a new cycle. We did have that kind of circular imagery again. I keep referencing that, but that just seemed very important. There is this new cycle that is beginning. And I feel like when I look at this Fool, I keep thinking of the wisdom of the Fool. Going in with a beginner's mind. And for those of you who aren't familiar, this is basically a mindset of having no expectations, of really taking in each moment as if you're experiencing it for the first time. I also do get the sense, actually, with this Fool, that some of you, there could be a sudden new relationship or connection that you could be jumping into. That's actually kind of interesting. Looking at this Queen of Cups here with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This might be romantic. This might be someone who is just helping you grow spiritually. Oops. My apologies there. I dropped the mic. I hope that's not too obnoxious. Again, working in kind of an unusual space for me. But I do feel like there is this wisdom that you're moving with now. And if there's something that you're just really not sure about, if you're not sure is going to be successful, I want to tell you to just do it anyway, because it's like you're not going to know until you try. That's sort of the Fool energy I'm getting, right? I see a lot of planning. I see a lot of reflection. I see a lot of waiting for the right moment here, actually. And it feels like carpe diem, seize the moment, seize the day. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Maybe there are some times where it's like we shouldn't necessarily move forward, but it's very rare that we actually have a perfect moment where everything is just aligned. Although I do see in this Fool energy, this Fool card, underneath the parasol, we have these stars. I feel like there is something that is aligned. And that's actually interesting because looking at this Fool, even though he's about to jump, he has the parasol to kind of help slow his fall. I've never actually noticed that before. That's very, very interesting to me. And this Fool, in particular, he's like looking over this edge. He knows what he's about to do. He knows it's kind of crazy, right? And he almost has no expectations either way. I feel like you see things very clearly, actually, with the hawk showing up as kind of animal wisdom for you. And hawk often signifies changes or messages. Some of you might actually be getting messages. You might actually be getting specific phrases. I'm getting clairaudience for you in particular. That makes a lot of sense with Neptune, Jupiter in your third house in Pisces, with the Leo full moon. There actually could be some mediumship that is occurring, communicating with ancestors or departed spirits. And it's almost like they're cushioning your fall. Your spirit guides are slowing the fall. They're there to catch you. Spirit is going to catch you, regardless of how things turn out. And with this lion, I do see this mastery, this personal transformation that you are going through. Because even though we are in Aquarius season and even into Pisces season, we still have a lot of planets this month that are in your sign. We have Mars, we have Venus, we have Mercury, we actually have Pluto as well. And the United States is going through its very first Pluto return. And that's going to be the first of 3. I would actually argue that we've been feeling the influence of this Pluto return already for the past couple of years. I don't think it's been an easy time for anybody. And it's really going to be bringing some global changes as well. It's very important to pay attention to what happens this year, especially with the United States. At this time, the US dollar is the global currency. And this Pluto return that is happening for the United States is also happening in the second house that we talked about for you earlier, which is Aquarius. But for the United States, it's Capricorn, and that's where Pluto is. And so there is this transformation, this change, or perhaps ending that is happening with wealth, with abundance, with finances, with possessions, all of these different things. They're going through a transformation right now. Because Pluto brings transformations and new beginnings as a result of that with this Fool. And maybe things feel really shaky, maybe they feel really wobbly. You still need to take a leap of faith. Some of you actually might be making an investment as well and seeking out counsel in that with the Queen of Cups. Especially with the full moon in Leo, there really could be this thing about investments and kind of future-proofing your finances. That feels important to a lot of you. And with this Pluto return to the United States, because the US dollar is the global currency, this really does affect everything. It's not just the US. I think a lot of what is happening over the past couple of years and then the next couple of years is really going to kind of affect the entire world economically. And we just need to expect to change and to pivot. We're going through a period, a time of great transformation. And while that has been challenging in many, many ways, spiritually, it's kind of the ride we knew we were jumping into. We knew this was going to be a time of a fall or a change with the Fool. And our souls dared to be here. And I think in this sort of greater macrocosm, this all applies to you, Capricorn. I want to ask you, what is it that your soul dared to do? Because that is what you are going to be focusing on for this month, with the hawk, with the lion, all of this spiritual energy. It's very important that you meditate and connect to spirit in any way that feels right to you. And those are all the messages I have for you this month, Capricorn. I do hope that this was helpful and insightful. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below what it is that your soul dared to do. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care.